Picture me putting my city all over the map. They wasn't believers, I had to get even and mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm the begging, I want on my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models, this is smiling in my grave, fresh to death. I've been Wu-Tang with a spectrum day.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of teams who very much want to get back to 500 today. It's the Bulldogs going up against the Dolphins.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to rain-soaked Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Bulldogs and the Miami Dolphins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Sammy Coates now to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. First down throw for Kaiser. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. 2nd down, Kaiser. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys are wrong.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. William Hayes in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Kaiser. And the pressure gets to him again. On 4th down, off goes Kaiser. On comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal attempt. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Here's Cousins throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. 20. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Stonewalled on second down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And Parkey's kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards. Up to the 27-yard line. First down, Kaiser out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it's London football to begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Kaiser to throw it. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. That one good for 15 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. From the gun, Kaiser. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 28. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And now it's second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And tough starting field position here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Back near his goal line, Kaiser being chased out left. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
To throw is Kaiser. Screen play, Johnson. There goes Duke Johnson. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown. Duke Johnson, 91 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call. Run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back. And sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
Check.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Second down, 8. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Watch time. Tight end right. 3 on the hot. Ready? Through. Alert. 3 on the hot. Ready? 3 on it. Twist.
On 3rd down, Drake. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw now. Cousins escapes the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Dontari Poe breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Hey, Clifford. Hey. Yo. 4 down.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he finds Stills, complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Second down, Cousins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a third and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you up to Orlando. And with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Throwing is Cousins. And he slings one that's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 3rd down, Cousins. And it's caught by Parker. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
On 1st down, Drake. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. On the toss play, this is Drake. Shedding the tackle. Still going. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, but no problems converting there.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Kaiser on 1st down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Raekwon McMillan in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
3rd and long for Kaiser. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen But 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up.
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe he starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And to give this time to the tailback. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Counter play, Drake. And some space here. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They run the counter now on first down. There he goes inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
Back now in Miami. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up first and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
On first and goal, Drake. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Third and goal now. The defense looking to hold serve again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second down. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. Kaiser now on second down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Raekwon McMillan in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Kaiser from the gun on third. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Lawrence Timmons. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fair catch called for, no gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. So possession goes over here on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And that makes it a 9-point game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here we go. Grand 38.
Kaiser now to throw on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Kaiser now. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Here we go.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, Kaiser. Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. Kiko Alonso in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. 4th down, Kaiser, desperation time. Forced out to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up. And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Kaiser. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now they try the right side here. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at third and a few inches. As they run the counter play. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Miami, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for London, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. That'll do it for us.
Yeah. Young Gerald. Yeah. Yeah. Die line with the boom pow. Every week now I switch to a new style. 212s in the back just blew out. Everything I do end up in the news now. Yeah. Lead a club with a few now. Just some Hollywood and they do. I'm in the mood now. 2 a.m. What you wanna do now? What you wanna do now? Little baby pass. Don't spill on me, that's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. She look familiar. Like Coachella, what's her name? Isabella, forget it, yeah. It's like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna function, got some places we could go. Lockjaw got me speaking slow like, yeah. I'm blessed, I don't GA.
You tryna yes on yes on yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't no. Say less. Yeah. Say less. Hey girl, what it do? If you got friends, cool, bring a few through. No fun if the homies now. R.I.P. Nate Dogg, this too true. And you know what I'm down for. Round 2, round 3, and a round 4. Mood switch when she knocked at the front door. Next up was the uproar. Yeah, was like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna tuck off, got some places we could go. Swear she got the like wow, she's blessed, I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna yes on yes on yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't no. Say less.
Sheesh, what you saying? I don't understand. I'm out my mind. I popped. Sheesh, I swear this lock shot got me stuttering. Girl, you not fall in love again. Sheesh, get it, my favorite rush. You talkative, ain't gotta say too much. Be quiet, who got some grapes? I'm trying to. I'm all roll for these. Get it, not complicated. No conversation. Get it, not complicated. No conversation. Please say less. Please say less. Please say less.
I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna yes on yes on yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't no. Say less. Say less. Say less. You ain't no. Say less.
I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah.
Cause, but I still low. Got 100 different in my cell phone. Still 33 for low. I'ma ride to my dog sitting in jail. It's that lighter on the grass, bend it back, roll. I'm on Keller, I'm on Gresham, I'm on Flat Shore. I'm at Magic, I'm at Bally's, let them go. Then it's right back to the when I'm low. Bars never close and we wide open. Kickin' flavor with me, neighbor, yeah, we local. Rap the bottom, cause the bottom where we come from. Me no pray for little paper, need a lump sum. Real spill, yeah, I'd rather be, yeah. Broke, real, little rich. Fall in love with her, she just wanna be in VIP with it. Don't blame me, oh, they just shake me. Had to get it, how I got it on my phone to be. Don't blame me, I'm what the game made me, not what the fame made me. I won't let it change me, I'm the same man.
I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Dirty so they treat me like a stain, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah. Rolling from the cradle to the grave, yeah.
On my hood, on my block, yeah. On my, I won't stop, yeah. Play with me, I'll let it, yeah. Halo on me, Sailor Rock, yeah. Got me when it's cool, yeah. Keep one, move, yeah. You my little baby boo, yeah. I love you like my favorite color blue, girl. Real spill, yeah. I'd rather be, yeah. Broke, real, little rich.
myself, I never change, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dirty soul that treat me like a stain, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah, yeah, yeah. Rolling from the cradle to the grave.